Well, in our Advanced Auto Parts victory lap this week, he is the youngest champion from Greenville Pickens Speedway ever. At age 15, he took down the title in 2019. Cameron Bolin joins us now. And Cameron, let's go back to the end of the 2019 season, a conversation that you had with your dad. you you laid it out that wouldn't it be dang cool to run for the championship? Is that correct?
I did. I did. I'm still blown away, honestly. It's surreal because, you see the wall and you see David Pearson, you see Ralph Earnhardt, you see everybody like that. And you don't think you can get there. And then you get on into the year. Hey, I got a shot at this deal, But I told Dad walking out of there on championship night, I said, it's a long shot with what we have, but we're gonna try it, and we're gonna try and make a run for it. And everything lined up, the stars aligned, and we came out on top.
And you got to paint your name on the wall with all those stars. When you go back now and you see your name there, what goes through your mind?
So what's crazy is I haven't been back yet.
No kidding. Really?
I ran the Cars Tour race, the $30,000 race. I made my Cars Tour debut, and I haven't made it back to a race yet. I've been racing Legends cars this year for a sponsor of mine. And so I went and actually picked up my late model today. So hopefully we're not far from getting back on track with it at Greenville.
Well, that's good. You need to get back in that late model, with all due respect to Legends. But then again, as you said, the Legends ride is sponsored. So,
that's right.
Right. Sometimes you have to do what you got to do, right?
That's right. That's right. Now, I like winning that championship. All great people around me, put me in position. And at this point, we've been lucky enough to win 9 races already this year in the Legends car. And we're making a national title run in it this year. So won't get to do as much late model racing, mm-hmm. But at the same time, I'm being able to see different tracks where I'd only seen one at Greenville.
Driving a Legends car and then hopping in a late model. I mean, there's a huge horsepower difference. There's a huge tire and grip difference. You'd been out of them for a little while, so did you have to reacquaint yourself?
So it was weird. My path to the Legends car was different than everybody else's. I went straight to the late model. I wasn't going to fool with Legends. Got out of the Bandoleros, and everybody takes that step of Bandoleros to Legends to late models, whatever they want to do. I didn't. I went straight to the late model. Logistically, economically, that's what we had on our plate at that point. For a couple more dollars, we could go late model racing and get out of the INX scene. Not that we didn't like being there anymore, but just wanted to move on. And late model race for 2 races, got taken out. My second race and totaled the car. So took a step back in 2018. 2019, December of 18, actually, got a phone call. It was Robbie Jones, my sponsor. He said, "Hey, got a Legends car sitting here, needs a driver in Florida." Well, race car driver at heart. I wanted to do it, so yeah. That's what I did. Oh, sorry, sister, and jumped back around there.
No worries.
But yeah, I jumped in it and drove it, and I've been on a part-time schedule until this year ever since.
I want to talk for a moment because it's such a wonderful story about your crew and the support, whether, with your run to the championship. As I understand it, your granddad was a pretty damn good race car driver, was he not?
He was. He only ran dirt, amazingly. So everything he's done past his racing career has been taught.
Wow.
So he's learned these asphalt cars, and like you said, gotten pretty damn good at it. But he had 30 years of dirt experience. He's my driver coach. He's my spotter. He's my crew chief. And it helps. It helps having your best friend that you trust, being your right-hand man. And my dad, he takes care of the behind-the-scenes stuff. He does all the books. He takes care of the finances, stuff like that. And he does tires, but it's fun to be this close-knit.
Kind of brings you all together, but I saw where you said, and you just did, that you rely on your papa. You rely on him.
Do.
So what's the best advice that he has ever given you about your racing career?
Don't rush it. Sit back and enjoy the ride, and use what you have. He has so many regrets from his career that he's getting able to live those out through me now. So in a way, I'm driving for his dream that him starting later in life didn't maybe get to accomplish. But he's told me a bunch. We ain't got the most money, kid, but we make do with what we got. And I don't try and boast on my talent, but I feel like I have a fair amount of it.
Well, it sounds to me like you're laying out a plan that has a golden buzzer somewhere at the end of it. Or you get the experience away from Greenville Pickens, you bring your late model back up to speed. What is Cameron Bolin's ultimate goal? Are you going to be a weekly short track driver? You want to be like Bubba Pollard, or do you have higher aspirations?
I've talked to people about this. I know I don't have the money to go cup racing. I know I don't have the money to go Xfinity racing. If I could take a back half truck, make a handful of starts in it, and consistently run in the top 20 or the top 15, I'd be satisfied with my career. I could say I made it to the top of the heat, but I'm going to hold on to that late model for as long as I can. And like you said, try and make the best of what I do have and become a good weekly racer.
Running at a short track, running every week.
Yeah.
You develop relationships, Cameron. You get, your fellow drivers or crew members. Look, the pits are very intimate at any racetrack. I'm sure it's the same at Greenville Pickens. For a youngster like you, when you interact with folks that could very well be twice as old as you, what's it like?
It's intimidating. It is. But I do my best of what I can to fit in throughout everything. And everybody, everybody at Greenville, they're so kind. They're so welcoming. When I showed up in 18, I didn't know what to expect. And I crashed that car. I had people from Greenville sending me race cars every day to say, hey, we got to get you back together. We got to get you back out here. So it's like you said, it's the relationships. It's a big family. Kind of like our team is. We're a tight-knit family group that would go to war behind each other. And that's like Taylor Satterfield. He won the championship in 19. Taylor called me. I got protested championship night. Taylor called me. He said, hey, man, I got a motor sitting here. We want you to run that car store race. Use my motor. So loaded up in the truck, off to Greenville I ran, and here we go. We're going car store racing.
All right. Now the most important question. Okay. You're still in school, right?
Yeah.
How many folks know what you do on Saturday nights?
Not too many, honestly. I used to be outgoing. I'm not as much so anymore. So I kind of go to school. I do my own thing, and I got my 5 or 6 buddies that ask me how we ran the Saturday night before, and they'll say, "Oh, you just gotta keep digging," And teachers know I'm going a lot, and I'll go to them. And I'll say, "Hey, I'm leaving for a week to go race a Legends car at Winter Nationals. Can I have a week's worth of work?" And I'll have it to you by the time I get back. And they'll say, "Okay, good luck," stuff like that. But like I said, not too many. I kind of keep to myself. I do my own thing more than anything. My life outside of school is more exciting, but I know I can't get these 12 years back, so I got to cherish them while I can.
You realize, Cameron, that the race car drivers, they're high profile. Race car
Oh, yeah.
drivers are romantic. Race car drivers are, much liked and desired by the opposite sex. I mean, you might want to consider maybe showing up one day in your fire suit. May get a girlfriend out of it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I've thought about it before.
What
But
do you want to do besides racing? Anything? I mean, look, the funnel, it's great. Weekly series racing, there's, 20, 30, 40 competitors. Then
yeah,
you get up a little higher, you get to the cars tour, you get to trucks. It's a long shot, as you say, to make it to the very top. So what's your backup plan?
working in racing. I went to my first racetrack at 6 months old. There's a picture of me and Grandpa in Victory Lane at 6 months old, where he won one night. And that's all I've ever wanted to do. I've said from the beginning, if I can't race, I want to work in racing, and have something to do. That's most of my role models. I mean, I look at Marcus Richmond.
Mm-hmm.
He works in racing, and I could pick up the phone and text him right now if I ever needed advice. Still owe him one of these hats here, but but that's what I want to do: race and just enjoy the ride. Really,
I have no doubt whatsoever that you will attain that goal. And I also don't have any doubts that eventually you're going to find yourself in the starting grid for a NASCAR Camping World Truck Series event. Cameron, it's been a real treat. Good luck the rest of the season, back and forth. Let's get that late model back out on the racetrack. But as I said, I totally understand when you got a sponsored ride, you smile and you say, "Where are we going, boss?"
sir. Yes, sir. Well, Jack, I appreciate it. It was real nice talking to you. And like I said before we started recording, you made me do a double take that day. I was watching you on ESPN cover Bump Day.
Well, I'm glad we could connect, my friend, and you be well.
Yes, sir. You did the same.